what a great way to start our day, Luke.
Absolutely,
with
yes.
alcohol-infused coffee. And is this something you guys sell?
Yeah, we sell it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know if this was an underground, staff only, keep us rolling type of thing.
Yeah, that's how you get through the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. John Alexander's taking really good care of us. So.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is a local guy?
Yeah, he's a local guy. He used to be with Press, and now he's with Bonani, and he's. This has been really popular. A lot of people are starting to gather towards it, and with the restaurants and bars and stuff like that.
What do you think, Luke? You got the
good.
first taste.
It's good. It definitely tastes a little bit different than your average cold brew does, but
And
with
also
some delicious bread on the side, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, bread to start the podcast. So we cheers on the bread.
Homemade
so.
every day.
Cheers on homemade every day.
Yeah,
This
every
bread?
day. I just made the second round of. This is the first, and then made 3 more loaves for the afternoon.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really good. Is that what goes in the fire?
Yeah,
What else?
pizzas.
Pizzas. Pizzas. Lots of pizzas. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's introduce our guest here. You want to introduce? What is your name and what is your role here at Il Bosco?
Jeff Carlberg. Role is dishwasher and various other busser and stuff like that. And own the restaurant. Have a partner that is not as involved. I'm the operating manager of it, but just enjoying life. It's been good.
A little chaotic.
Okay, yeah. We were talking about that before we started. Yes, it's been crazy. Yeah, it's been. It's a blessing, but a curse, and we're not any different than anybody else. Everybody's busy. Everybody's trying to staff up and support the customers. Everybody's excited to get back out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so this is not the original location. The original location is in Scottsdale. But for you personally, are you from Arizona? Did you grow up here?
Since '88, so that's
Okay.
not bad. And
All right.
I was born a lot of years before that.
Yeah.
But,
Where did you
I
grow
grew
up?
up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, just
Okay.
outside of Albuquerque, Corrales, and just not enough business there. So I kind of I was in electronics and expanded over to Arizona and did my thing, and then I expanded into Mexico and then China, and then retired after that.
Electronics as far as like
I was
robots, lasers.
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 Yeah.
Lasers on robots.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I was in high-tech cellular technologies.
Okay.
I was doing embedded antennas into cell phones.
Okay.
And then car stereo amplifier stuff. That was a big thing for me. That's what took me to China, and kind of sold everything I had here and then just focused on China.
Okay.
Manufacturing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And then sold that and got into a couple of other things. Owned a swimwear company, built that up, sold that, and retired.
Okay. Nice.
So when you think about
And bought a
who
restaurant
you
like
are,
an idiot.
do you consider yourself like a businessman? Is that how you would classify yourself?
In this
Just
industry?
in general.
Well, I don't know. I've failed and I've succeeded, so I don't know how good a businessman I've been, but I've provided for my family, so I'm no complaints there.
Yeah, well, because it's interesting because typically, when we're interviewing chefs and things like that, you don't hear I was in high-tech cellular antennas and speaker amplifiers. So I was
And
just
then
curious.
swimwear.
Yeah. You've done such a diversity of things. I would consider you a businessman. I don't know if you need to change your name tag or whatever to say Jeff Carlberg businessman, but
Slash
maybe
dishwasher.
that needs to happen.
Well,
Slash
some
dishwasher.
people might argue that, but being in this industry, I mean, this was our favorite pizza restaurant. That's my wife and I would every time I come home from China, we'd come straight to Il Bosco and
The Scottsdale location.
the Scottsdale location. It was opened in 2012 by Bill
Okay.
Forrest, and sadly he passed away in 2018. And they were going to sell the business, and there was talks about it turning into a Thai food place. Nothing wrong with Asian food, but I had 29 years of Asian food, and I was just about done. And so the opportunity was to buy the restaurant. That's what I did. I didn't know anything about it, but
Well, I was going to say, were you a food guy during all those years of the technology? For me, I feel like no matter what my job was, I was still I'm eating somewhere. Like
Yeah,
everything's just
I was
centered
pretty
around where I
good
was going to go
eating.
for lunch.
It was pretty good eating.
Yeah.
I was actually involved in a couple of restaurants and helping them grow because it always was in the back of my mind saying that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not that I want to own a bar and I wasn't going to be sitting behind a bar and ending my life that way. I mean, my business
Sure.
life.
Yeah.
But it always, I like people, and it seemed like a good way to do it. So from the business side, that's how I really got interested in restaurants, is because I helped them grow, helped them franchise. I had several people in the industry that I worked with, and I tutored underneath, and I kind of learned the growth and expansion side. And I always just intrigued me about opening up multiple locations of a local eatery that people love, and then not be corporate, not have any aspirations of anything other than taking something that people like, seeing if you can get another group of people that maybe see if that same concept works, and with a different clientele, if you will. So
Sure.
back up in Scottsdale, that's my age bracket.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our customer base, which means old.
I was wondering
and-
if you're going to define that.
Yeah, it's defined. I mean, our average age is, around 25 to about 70.
Okay.
But the average is, the range is that, and then the average is probably around 48 to 55. Anyway, we wanted to see what it would be if we could succeed down here. It's a different clientele, much younger, different way of ordering, different ideas of what they're looking for in a restaurant, and ambiance and experience, and is as critical as the food. Up in Scottsdale, it's more about the food and comfort. Just people don't change. You get set in your ways. There's a lot
You
of
want
good.
that pizza every time.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
Why'd you take the basil off of that one? I want basil back, right?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Is that why? Well, I'm not smart enough to change anything. So we've expanded our menu, but really for the reason of we have some really good chefs. They're creative. Chris, our executive chef, is amazing. He's he and I are doing this together.
Yeah.
Got to admit. And
Chris is awesome.
yeah, you know him, and he's a good man.
Yeah.
So we're doing it together. His brother, Nestor, is also a creative sort. People ask me about the restaurant business, and do I cook? I always joke, if you see me behind at the oven and behind the bar cooking, go to Filiberto's or something. You might be lucky there, but
That's not where your skills lie.
no, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I could stretch dough and I could make a pizza, but
Yeah.
it's just not. It's just really not where my interest in this business lies.
Yeah.
We have good people, and there's a lot of chefs out there that you mentioned, and if you're a chef and you're really proud of your creativity and stuff like that, I'm not that creative, but I'm from the cuisine side. If it's not broken, don't fix it. If people like it, keep making it.
Sure.
Don't change a lot. Don't veer right and left too much. Just keep going forward. Adding some branches on your tree, but you're still going forward.
Yeah.
So
Dig that.
that's kind of where I'm at.
And with the food as classic as pizza, that's like a type of cuisine that's built for that mentality, right? You got your quintessential ingredients that go on pizza: sausage, pepperoni, cheese, of course. And then you guys, like you mentioned, you do have a few more novel side of things, like the za pizza is definitely something
Yeah.
I've not seen elsewhere.
Yeah. Za, baby.
Heck yes. Steven's awesome.
Yeah.
Describe the za to people that might not have experienced that pizza before?
Well, I guess there's something to preface that.
Sure.
Bill Forrest started the restaurant, and he created a list of pizzas. When we bought the restaurant, I think there was 9 or 10 pizzas on the menu. He would rotate some of them out and stuff like that, but he would only have 9 or 10. We have 19 now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because people keep asking for a special that we've been making and stuff like that. So we put it on. But every one of them are named after an Italian or Latina female name. Nowadays I hope that's okay, but the fact is, I tell you, it was unique enough, and everybody kind of likes it and stuff like that. And we didn't have one that had something with a different name other than that. But I come from New Mexico, and then 29 years in Asia, eating spicy food everywhere. I had to have a pizza, so that za pizza was something that I kind of started putting everything on, and I would eat it myself. And then Esteban, which I call him, Steve Larson, Wizard of Za, he came in and kind of had some influence on it, put his stamp on it of what he thought the za could be. So together we curated, hey, I did something. I guess I made up a pizza.
Yeah.
But we created something that is really popular. It's called the za, after Wizard of Za.
Wizard of Za on Instagram.
On Instagram,
Check him out. Follow him.
Awesome dude.
Yeah, he's really cool. Very influential. He's great marketer, but his marketing is influencing people to try people. I tried restaurants and try craft beer and try. So from a marketer standpoint, he's on our side.
Yep.
And love that guy for that. There's a lot of people out there doing it different ways, and Steve is from our side saying, hey, you guys got to try this. This is really cool.
Yeah.
So we named it after him, which is a tribute to what he's been doing for us and all local businesses and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But that pizza has got perfectly cupped. I always like to say that because our pepperonis, we don't chintz on any of our ingredients. I mean, it's all really high quality. I mean, it's just like all the top tier Italian pizza places, the Neapolitan and artisan. We're artisan. We're not Neapolitan. There is a big difference.
Okay.
But going with that, we have our pepperoni, spicy Italian sausage. Then we put Calabrian chili, hatch green chili, because I'm from New Mexico. That's got to go on there. We have caramelized onions and red South African red pepperdew peppers. Unbelievable. It's like street legal crack cocaine.
Yeah.
You just eat those things and you're just like addicted.
Are those ones that are they pickled or they're
they're a little yes.
Okay.
Not a little, either you are or
they got a little tanginess to them. Yeah.
It's like
picked.
There's a lot of
pickled,
people that are
but, yeah.
pickled. So, and then with a honey drizzle. So that's kind of an additive thing that we did to.
Is it a spicy honey or just a regular honey?
No, not a spicy honey.
Okay.
It didn't need to be. The pizza by itself is spicy.
Got some kick to it.
Yeah. And it doesn't kill people, but it's just a great pizza. And so what we've done is we've created you're in the know. If you're in the know, you know about the za.
Yeah.
If you're not in the know,
Yeah.
you don't know about the za.
Yeah.
And it's gone over really well because people come in and they feel as if they're in the know and I like the za.
Yeah.
We know what we want. And
Well,
that's a big tribute to Steve.
It's funny whenever you order like a secret menu item anywhere because you're like, is this person going to know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So if they do know, you're like, oh, it really is a secret pizza, huh?
Yeah.
And I haven't had it. So I photographed the za pizza. What feels like it's got to be pretty close to a year ago because
Right.
you guys were in our inaugural issue of A Taste of Asia
Yeah,
magazine.
that's right.
Steven, Wizard
It's a
of
great
Za.
magazine, guys.
Thank you.
Just
Thank you very
beautiful.
much.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Well,
that.
people like Steven contributing and highlighting spots like yourself makes it very easy for us. All we kind of have to do is snap some photos and send it off to the printer.
Yeah.
Joking, of course. There's way more than that. But
Yeah.
so you guys were in that first one, and I shot it way back then. And as with many places, that was my first time experiencing you guys, which is funny because I live in Scottsdale. My girlfriend's grandmother's house is 10 minutes up the road. And we're always looking for new local spots. Love pizza, eat it all the time, but didn't know you guys were there for one reason or another. And now you're a staple on our go-to pizza places in that area. Because there's a handful up there, but as you're aware, it's not like you come down here and there's tons of fantastic local businesses. You got Greenwood right there. You got Wilderness right around the corner, Tacos, Calafia. Up in Scottsdale, it's not that dense. So when I experienced it, I was like, oh, this is fantastic. And it seems like you guys are kind of a staple of the community up there.
Well, thank you. I hope we are.
Yeah.
We have a very loyal customer base. I mean, extremely loyal. During COVID, as I mentioned, some of the older clientele that we have, are customers, very loyal. They would come in. We'd have people coming in on Thursdays and every Thursday they get table number one, and that's their table. And everybody knew, don't sit anybody at table one because Tom and his wife they always bring friends, and they were proud of that because that's their table. And they're in their 70s, and we had a lot of those type of customers that kind of really became part of the fabric of IL Bosco. During COVID, they were shut in, being older, and some with some medical issues and stuff like that. COVID was something that they really wanted to avoid. So we started to deliver. We don't deliver.
Oh, wow.
We don't deliver pizzas. We have secondary, Grubhub, DoorDash, and all that stuff. But as the owner, I'm allowed to deliver our pizzas. So I would take orders. I'd say, hey, look whatever you want. They'd be 35, 40 minutes away. They live in Desert Mountain and stuff like that. And here I go. I'll just take up their order. And did that for about a year. Wanted to make sure that we took care of them, and
Sure.
because they took care of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's one of the special things about supporting local as well, is maybe it doesn't happen exactly like that everywhere, but building that relationship where if you're patronizing these businesses on the consumer side, the owner is going to recognize that. You could be instrumental in a time like through everything that's been going on. And so to be able to pay it back to those individuals that supported you, that's got to feel pretty good on your end, even though you maybe don't want to be running pizzas all day.
No, I tell you what, so guaranteed that's the first thing I would do and want to do gleefully, man. I would just
Really?
get in the car. Yeah, these are good people. When they come in, it's a big hug session,
Oh, yeah.
and you see them every week, and yet you feel as if you missed them because they come in once a week. And there's not a. My wife always said, it's like, okay, when are you taking Tom's? When are you going to be home? Because when are you going to take Tom's orders? She knew everybody. She knew the pecking order of what I was doing, and I'd be, she'd have dinner on the table. Not
Really?
every night do we eat pizza. So
Yeah. I kind of just assumed it was either pizza or bread every night.
Oh, he just has a fire like brick oven in his kitchen
Yeah.
that he just pulled stuff out of.
I need to
we do
record
have
that.
one in our
Do you?
backyard.
Oh,
but, yeah.
man, I'd love
I need to
do that.
record that sound and just have that crackling
Oh, yeah.
going on
Yeah.
until December 31st. Because it's very nice.
Yeah.
And just bread. And also, I just realized I've been eating your bread. I looked over. I'm like, oh,
I don't care.
all right.
Hey,
It's
you're
fantastic,
saving me.
This is all my bread. You better leave that alone.
We cut carbs in everything we do, so as we cut it, we just cut the carbs.
I like it.
Yeah.
Can I get some extra gluten for this
Yeah.
bread, please? Sprinkle it on.
Yeah.
Well, so the pizzas themselves, like, what makes the pizza special, and what his name was? What was the gentleman's name? Forrest.
Bill Forrest.
Bill Forrest. So, like, he had created the dough recipes, cooking method. Like, what had he established?
I'm gonna give two people some credit. Bill was an innovator all to himself. He was the number one, considered the number one golf instructor in the U.S.
Wow.
Which is, how could he be the number one guy? There's a lot of golf instructors.
A lot of people want to be golf instructors.
Yeah.
Like, that's a coveted. It's
Yeah.
almost as much as like a pro basketball player. So,
It was crazy. So he quit cold turkey, went to Italy as I understand it. I didn't know him at this point, but went to Italy, learned how to cook pizza and blah, blah, blah. Came back, started with our mobile oven, which is in the back here. Started doing catering. 6 months later, in June 4th or whatever, maybe it was after July 4th. I don't know. But 2012, he started and opened up that location in Scottsdale. And, the thing about the pizzas, he reached out, or he was offered the assistance by some pretty big name people now that were just in their infancy. They were just cooks and stuff like that, and they had some ideas of their own. Jason Radusha of Noble Bread.
Wow.
He was one of the, and there's a gentleman named Brian. I haven't met him. He moved, and I think he's in San Diego. Those two people really kind of helped Bill. And taking nothing away from Bill. Bill had a definite idea of what he wanted. Mm-hmm. But these guys, that crust is Jason, and he's now a really good friend of mine. We've become very close based off of the fact that my respect for him, and as I started learning the business and how to order flour and stuff like that, he took me under his wing and said, "Look, I got you." He's got 10,000 customers here. He's huge, and answers my call every time, texts and stuff like that, and he's just a really good guy. So that guy really is a big part too. And then Brian, who I've met. But getting back to the secret to us and what IL Bosco means to our customers is our crust. So it starts with our flour, starts with our how we mix it with 3 different flours, and the wood we use is very important. It's northern Arizona white oak.
I love that. I love that is actually even more. So it's like wood that is grown right here in our state as well.
Yeah,
that's making your pizza.
And if you understand anything about a wood oven, fire, there's always humidity is created. Okay, so with wood, there's water in all wood. Okay, in some form or fashion, and so when you put it in there, when you put the wood in, you light it. Heat rises, the fire rises, and humidity comes out of the wood. So the humidity is pushed down by the fire, and the heat pushes it down. So where does it go? It goes to the floor. What's on the floor? Your pizza. So ultimately, it depends on how you protect your crust, or your flour and your dough as it's being cooked. How are you protecting that, keeping the humidity away from your pizza so it's not as floppy and
so the humidity
gooey.
is a bad thing.
Oh, it's a very bad thing.
Okay.
Now, but in a Neapolitan style, I don't want to get, because I'll get outside my realm because I'm not that guy. I'm not that chef. But as I understand it, and as I've learned this business, Neapolitan is a different dough, a different flour, and it is a floppier pizza. It's a wetter pizza. Ours is a crunchier pizza. It's all wood fire pizzas are thin crust, but ours has that tendency or the ability to have a drier crust on the bottom, so you're not having to fold it and eat it from hanging it up, eat it from down below. Yeah. So then you start to couple all the ingredients and stuff, and like for vegan, I'll throw that out there. We're very proud of what we do and what we provide for vegan. We provide vegan cheese for those that love cheese but can't eat it. So typically a vegan pizza doesn't have any cheese, because they use Daya as a cheese because it's inexpensive, and it's like pellets that don't melt.
I've tried to melt those before.
Yeah, it doesn't
really,
work.
It doesn't look good either.
It doesn't look good.
No.
It just looks like a bunch of speckled things.
Something just got burned on there.
And some people use Daya and make it right. However, but we use Follow Your Heart cheese, which is 3 times as expensive. We try very hard to keep it minimal in regards to what we pass on to the customer. But we understand. We had a daughter-in-law that went through a vegan. It's a lifestyle. Vegan is a lifestyle, and we respect that. She was in a mode of saying that I'd like to try veganism and try to figure out how to eat right and that type of thing. This is before the restaurant, and we couldn't go to any restaurant.
Really?
We had to go to a specific vegan place.
Sure.
And then we're all meat lovers, and we're all like, we want to eat, real cheese and stuff like that. And so we were like, have you ever have you ever had that feeling as your wife says, "Hey, let's go do this," and you're like, your shoulders roll over, and you're like, "Yeah, okay."
Do the Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Okay. Eeyore. Well, so we searched out what we could make it better for people that have that lifestyle, and then also to allow families to be able to eat all at one place. So, I mean, we really think we have done a good job. I mean, we're not totally like a Picasso's, which is really amazing in what they've done, but we're giving options to people. We have a great gluten-free crust. Ours is a rice flour and tapioca crust. Most people's are cauliflower. It's a little expensive, has little taste to it, so that's the ingredients. But one thing that Bill always, I guess, professed was simplicity is how you make a great pizza. And you know, Dave Portnoy has always said that the way to taste and determine a good pizza is a cheese pizza. Don't disguise it with everything else. Just give me a cheese pizza and I'll tell you if it's a good pizza.
Ooh, it's like Pilsners with beer, right?
Sure.
People always say get the Pilsner or the lager at a brewery, and that'll kind of gauge, because you can't hide behind a bunch of hops or this or that. Same with that. You know, things are front
That's a
and
good
center.
analogy. But
I like to pair them together and do research two at a time.
Yeah,
Beer
I was
and
going to say,
pizza.
maybe I'm not a true connoisseur because I like big beers and throw a bunch of delicious stuff on top of that pizza for me.
Well, for me, back in the day when I was drinking beer, the craft. This is going to irritate all the craft brewers and everything, and John and Dave and all you guys that are my buddies who are brewers. Don't listen to this, but I used to be the guy that it's like, don't give me the head in a beer. I don't want the head in a beer. That's a short pour.
Yeah.
Get it all the way to the top. And they said the head would be that it keeps in the taste and blah blah blah.
Aromatics.
Aromatic. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know that word. And the funny thing is that I said, I'm a typical guy. I'm going to get past that head really quick.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go right to the beer, and the head's gone. So I just got short poured.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I know we digress.
The extra 2 ounces of
great.
beer maybe doesn't lock in the aromatics, but it compensates for the aromatics that you've lost. So it's kind of an even out equation, right?
Say, he's a thinker, man.
Wow.
He is a thinker, for sure.
I'm going to have to really re-listen to this broadcast
Seriously.
to understand what you just said. But I
love it.
we do have. We believe in local craft. So if you look up at all our draft beers, everything is from Arizona, except for Peroni. We're traditional, so we have a Peroni, an Italian Pilsner on draft. So it's that's a staple for us. But we truly believe in supporting local.
Yeah.
We do that up in Scottsdale. We have a little bit more space here, so we have 6 taps versus 3. And then in our back building, we have 8 taps, which eventually, at the turn of the year, we're going to open with a new concept.
In the back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
back. Don't ask.
Beautiful.
Don't
I
ask.
wasn't going to. I was
Okay.
just going to say it's beautiful back there. That's a great template, I guess, to work with, or great bones to work with.
It's a great event space. We have a lot of scheduled events coming up, and then right after Thanksgiving, we have 22 in December for holiday parties for all these people downtown here.
Yeah.
And they're so we have all their Christmas and holiday events, team building stuff, and stuff like that, and wedding rehearsal dinners and stuff. We had a wedding back there about a month ago.
Nice.
Really?
Some great customers of ours, Samantha and John Moran. Their kids are amazing, love them to death, and they're just great customers. And then they were looking for a spot, and they asked if they could get remarried, renew their vows.
Nice.
So remarried. And how are you going to say no to that? That was really cool. So.
I had something to say, but I was like, that was too good. So what I've noticed too, Jeff, I mean, anytime I've been to your spots or even just on your social media, is your friendships with your customers, right? Like you're posting pictures of like this, these are our friends. They came out tonight. It shows them leaving for, they got their pizza to go, but it's like, it's a family. Like it's a truly, it's hard sometimes to talk to you when we're here. We come, pop in.
Yeah, I know.
No, not in a bad way. I'm just saying, just because you go from this table that they know you, hey Jeff, and then you got other people. Yeah, it's great, man. Like that is local. That is a local
When we
restaurant.
first met you, we were in for your birthday, if I'm not mistaken, and you sat down and hung out with us for a little bit and kind of walked us through some of the items, which is one of the things that I love most about local is being able to talk with the business owner and see how much you care about what you're putting out, and that it's not just just turning over another seat.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not averse to turning tables, but there's the businessman. But honestly, for what this means in this industry, touching every table, I try to. And I've always loved people. So there's good in everybody. Sometimes you have to find it. You dig a little bit deeper. But the fact is that our customers come in. It's not hard to sell, though. It's good pizza. I mean, there's a lot of this in Arizona, the Valley, and in Flag. Pizza Colada is really good. There's some really good pizzas here. Bianco, Chibo, Lamp, Pomo.
I just heard of Lamp. I've heard of Lamp. Like,
they're good. It's a good pizza. It's Neapolitan,
okay.
So it's a little bit different than ours. But the thing is for me, I'm just not the chef. So, but that allows me to go talk to people. So it's a big benefit for me because I like talking.
You get to do what you love to do.
Yeah,
Chris
I love
gets to do what he loves to do, right?
Yeah.
Being the chef and
we tag team perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing what he wants to do, and we have the same. I had to learn from him because I was always in that mind. It's like when, what else can we offer in our lanes while staying in our lane? And Chris has, pulled the reins quite a bit. He doesn't own the business, but he might as well because I listen to him and respect what he has to say.
Meaning in the sense that he said, let's keep it more, we don't need to expand more items. Is that what you're saying?
Getting outside ourselves. No, I would never, okay. There's a Hawaiian pizza. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's at Domino's and other people have it and then they put it on their, pineapple on their pizza and blah, blah, blah. We're just not going to have it. Yeah. I understand we're a traditional pizza place. Yeah. I'm not the chef, so I'm not going to go out there and proclaim that I'm, this almighty guy that knows everything. But the fact is that I know that's not part of our brand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. There's mac and cheese pizzas that people make for kids.
Yeah.
Because that some owners and some chefs will do that.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But we will veer within our lane to please people.
Mm-hmm.
So
gotcha.
We have a pizza that's called the Graciela. It is my second favorite pizza of all time.
All right.
The Za's number one.
Okay.
But,
Nice.
The Graciela is a chorizo pizza and with pickled red onions, cilantro.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm from New Mexico.
Yeah.
Chris is, I asked him, can we get, because we could put an egg on it, so now it becomes a breakfast pizza.
Ooh.
And early on, when I was learning the business, we'd be making pizzas we're not open for lunch, but we are down here Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
We will at the turn of the year, once the businesses started opening up down here, we'll start opening up for lunch down here every day. But we would make pizzas, and I love chorizo. I just love it.
Yeah.
And it's just a staple for me and eggs and breakfast when I make my breakfast. So he made this pizza, the Graciela, and we have people that literally have threatened not to come in until we put it either on the menu or offer it as a special. So we offer it every 3 weeks. Okay. And that's when they come in.
Really?
At this moment, this moment in time, you offer it every 3 weeks.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to get on that cycle because
I'm going to tell you, It is an amazing pizza.
Yeah.
You can have it with or without the egg, sunny side up or scrambled, but typically it's sunny side up.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is a unbelievable pizza.
Sounds amazing.
That's
compared-
a little bit. We veered a little bit, but it's still it's an amazing pizza.
Yeah.
We didn't compromise with pineapple, so I'm good.
Yeah. Good. Well, Luke calls the egg on something like, a good sunny side up egg, nature's cheese whiz. You call it.
Yeah.
Well, I need to modify that a little bit because cheese is natural for the most part. So I got to come up
But
with
cheese whiz isn't.
Cheese whiz, yeah, that's right. I forget
Cheese
that
with
I
a Z,
added the- yeah,
right?
yeah. Cheese with a Z. Nature's natural cheese with a Z. I like it.
Yeah. Cheese with this.
That should be the slogan for every egg company around.
I like it. We're going to start pitching that. We'll cut this part out for...
Yeah, I can't imagine doing it. I mean, I can't imagine doing it with scrambled eggs, but I don't know why you wouldn't go with the sunny side up because then you almost get a little something to dip it in too.
Yeah.
Some people just don't like that runny.
Yeah.
So they'll say, hey, can you cook it a little bit longer, make it crispy, the edge is crispy, so it cooks it, makes it kind of like an over easy egg.
Sure.
But
Okay.
still the egg is up,
Yeah.
the yolk is up, and hey, shoot, we don't care. I mean, it's that now it's just cooking it to your taste, but I'm not a runny guy, so I don't like eggs like that. So I will do scrambled, but
He's the
really?
reason the scrambled
Okay,
exists then,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
yeah, I'm not a picky eater, but apparently I am.
Runny eggs, though. Runny egg. You know what? We all have something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coconut, like the texture of coconut. Just, but
Really?
Yeah. And
God, I
then
love coconut.
Horseradish. And then the taste of horseradish. Just two things. Other than that, I'm in. I'll eat all kinds of different animals
Yeah,
and stuff.
I've witnessed it. Yeah.
I'm not eating
You
different
almost
types of
gravitate
animals.
towards the crazier stuff that you
I do.
can find.
I do. Yeah. If there's something weird on the menu, I'm going to go for it, But, I dig it, man. I've had the za. Za is my favorite as well. But actually, I don't know if I've ever gotten anything else, so I can't say.
We have a signature pizza that I guess it's become our signature pizza just because of people ordering it and posting it. We have a ton of people posting pizzas and stuff,
Nice.
and it's called the Valentina.
Okay.
Our Valentina is our pepperoni with Calabrian chili. So it's a chili paste, liquefies when it gets in the oven a little bit, and then and it's finished. So when you finish something, it's when you bring it out of the oven and you top it. So it's finished with a honey drizzle. Oh my God. It's simplicity at its best because it's just a couple of ingredients.
That's probably my go-to right
Yeah.
there. I think honey on pizza is like one of the best things that has ever happened before.
It is amazing.
I had spicy habanero honey from Twisted Bee, and I would even throw a little bit extra honey on when I would get your guys' stuff because I like it that much.
Yeah.
I think there's not very many sweet things that you put on pizzas typically besides pineapple, which you won't
Sure.
find here.
No.
So the
Nope.
honey
Correct.
is, in a sense, a sweet substitute, if you will.
There it is. Nature's pineapple.
It is awesome. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to repeat it. But
Just calling things that are natural the natural version of something that's already natural.
Yeah,
That's our new
Nature's
thing.
river. Yeah. It's a booze-infused coffee, Jeff.
Yeah.
It is. Bomani is, this isn't fantastic.
thanks to John Alexander introducing it.
It tastes like almost like a latte between a latte and like a stout, right? Maybe like a
Yeah.
coffee stout or
Yeah.
something. It's in the middle. So
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
So pizzas. Is what else do you guys? I know there's a couple other. You have salads or anything on the menu?
Yeah, we have 4 different salads.
Okay.
We have a traditional Caesar. We have a caprese salad, which is amazing. Everybody loves burrata. Well, not everybody, but most. If you should love burrata cheese. Our caprese salad is. I'll put it up against most.
Oh, nice.
It's just really good.
Fried ravioli, right?
We have fried ravioli. That's on our appetizer side, but we have a chopped salad that is
Ooh.
delicious. The other one we have is a spinach kale with pancetta. It is. I've never been a kale guy, but just give me a little bit more spinach and I'm okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the kale is good because it's a good mix, and that pancetta to me is is amazing.
Yeah.
Nice and salty. It's great. And then on the appetizer side, we're known for a ravioli, and it's a St. Louis style. It's not a Italian style.
Okay.
But it's just really good. So
What is St. Louis style?
the spices that they
Okay.
batter, we batter the ravioli with.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so we deep fry it, and it's just a great option for us, and our customers love it. So can't say that we're 100% Italian because we have a St. Louis style ravioli. But our meatballs are amazing, made every day, fresh every day.
Nice.
And then our salsa di parm, it's 4 different cheeses with heavy pungent garlic infused into it, and
What is that?
Salsa di parm.
Yeah. What is that? Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a dip, if
Okay.
you will.
Ah.
So basically, it comes in a ramekin like this,
Yeah.
but bigger, and we give you either our flatbread, which our flatbread is great. Well, it's made with the same dough, so same flour
As the pizza?
as the pizza.
Which this bread is not with the same dough, is it?
No, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay, it's all same
We
dough.
just it's the exact same dough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we utilize our. That's why I made 5 loaves today,
Okay.
because I slice it up. We have that for dipping with just oil and a balsamic vinegar. We also have the salsa di parm with crostinis, which we'll just toast the bread, or we have a flatbread. And our flatbread, we either do a garlic bread or just our traditional flatbread. But that salsa di parm, if you like garlic, giddy up. It is. People
nice.
are addicted to it. It's really, really good. We have a roasted vegetable. It's seasonal roasted vegetable on a bed of burrata and fresh mozzarella. It's with a balsamic finish to it, and it's just.
I need to explore the menu more.
Yeah.
As he's describing, I'm like, this all sounds fantastic. I usually, jump right to the pizza, and but
Yeah, I mean, our Brussels sprouts, I'll put ours against everybody's. Chris does an amazing job. He really has rounded our ingredients and our everything about what we do is because of Chris now.
Okay.
And he's kind of refined and kind of moved things forward a little bit from when we first bought the restaurant.
Do the Brussels sprouts have bacon on them?
No.
Okay.
pancetta.
No.
Can
No, I mean,
I
I've had that, and I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
But no, I can't even. I don't understand this. I mean, he can make Brussels sprouts, and he can make our asparagus, and they're crunchy, and the asparagus is crunchy and is perfect, and our Brussels sprouts, mine are gummy and gooey, and when I make them at home, and they're perfect here. It's just irritating. Maybe I should pay attention back there. But.
Well, I've noticed. I feel like a mark of a true chef is vegetables, right? Like how many chefs do we talk to that is, I mean, Charlene Badman. I mean, she won a James Beard, and she's known for vegetables,
Yes.
right? All these.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say anybody can do this or anybody can, make a burger but like making vegetables delicious to people, that's like an act of,
Well, because you take like a good cut of steak, and it's most people's perspective is do as little to it as possible
Sure.
and just
Yeah.
cook it well, right? Whereas
Yeah.
with vegetables, it's not necessarily that you're masking the flavor, but it very
Enhancing
much
it,
needs
maybe.
to be enhanced via various
Yeah.
cooking methods and preparations. So yeah, good observation, Eric.
Thanks, man. Thank you very
Wow,
much.
who are you?
I was going to compare it to nature or something, but I just couldn't put it
I thought
together.
we were gonna-
Vegetables,
I thought we
nature's
were going to
fruit.
hear how it pairs well with a certain craft beer.
The IPA and asparagus. Yeah. So, Jeff, this has been awesome, man. Thank you so much for having us here. The bread, fantastic. We're a big fan of you. Food, your places, you as a person.
And I, as well as for you guys. You guys you do something for our community that very few people do. You do it in a way that you put it in print, you put it on the airwaves, you do that through social media. So for all that, I mean, that's a hell of a job and a big job.
Thank you.
I mean, it's. I know making a magazine is not just sending it to the printer.
Sure. Yeah.
I think I get that because I'm always late getting my ads to you because I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, that's where my background of, because I've had people like, oh man, I'm sorry, I keep meaning to reach out to you. I'm like, dude, I grew up, I spent 10 years in the corporate world of systems, and like I would forget shit too if it wasn't on this automatic system saying, Eric, you need to do this. But no, we love you guys. We love that.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So what's the forecast look like for Il Bosco? Like what's the plan?
Well, we live in Arizona, so bright and sunny.
Yeah.
And warm. I'm going to answer that in a second, but I don't want to forget something.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that through this COVID process, even before COVID, we were very involved in schools, the community, first responders. We appreciate, the fire department. We appreciate the ER. We appreciate the hospitals. We appreciate the police. And through the COVID, we got to really appreciate them even more for what they're doing and their dedication.
Sure. Yeah.
We donated over 650 pizzas.
Wow. Nice.
Over a 9-month period of time by hitting every emergency room, every fire station, every police station in Scottsdale.
Wow.
And then when we started coming down here and we opened up, January 31st was our first opening of this year. Down here we started hitting the fire and the police and the hospitals right down the street. Still trying to continue to do that. We discount them, and we don't really have a whole lot of discounts. I mean, it's just not our style. It's not.
Sure.
I mean, not that we are opposed to it for a good cause, but it's really hard because we don't raise our prices, and the industry is killing us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The supply chain is killing us. But with that said, we still appreciate them. Down here, we just had pizza with a cop. We had 40 police officers down here. The police chief, who is an amazing woman, she's fun, she's cool, she's down to earth, easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Nice. I think they're misunderstood sometimes in regards to what they are here to do, and for that matter, all the first responders. And I don't think they get enough credit for being part of the fabric of the communities. So we're going to continue to support that. So I just wanted to say that because they're important to us. We would want them to care about us if in times of need, and so we want to be there for them.
Sure.
As far as what's it look like in the horizon and moving forward, yes, we're looking to. You didn't ask, but you're about to. We're looking to expand. I probably wanted to have our third location open already by the end of this year.
Okay.
When the time is right, the time is right. We will open up 2 more through next year.
Okay.
So we want to get to 4, and then the next year we want to get to 6. Our goal is that we're going to commit to it, and for the only reason is that's my goal. I from the business side, I feel as if that's manageable. We want to give the people that have been part of this, Chris, a young man named Harrison, who's grown within the company. Totally appreciate him. All our people. We want to give our cooks a chance to be our chef for each location. They have a chance to move up as Chris moves up, as I move up, or however that goes. We're trying to create, if this is their livelihood, we're trying to give them an opportunity to be part of something. Through sweat equity, as they gain ownership in the company, we'll do that for free over time for the right people.
Yeah.
That's our payback to the people that have been with us and helping us grow and taking care of us. I want to take care of them.
Yeah.
We want to take care of them. Excuse me.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
So we'll do that. I think that we're going to increase our catering. I'd like to when I say, before we started talking, I said the catering's killing us because it's just, I mean, it's just, we've done so many, and because they're all good friends of ours, I've developed, and Chris has developed great friendships with these customers that have asked us to be part of their lives and their important parts of their lives, getting married, wedding rehearsal dinners, birthdays, baby number 1, baby number 2. The people just call us and say, hey, we're ready again. And we got another baby coming. Yeah. You come be part of it. To me, that just warms my heart. And as corny as that sounds, that's why I'm in this business.
Yeah.
And so we're going to order more ovens, and just need to find people that want to be part of that process. So as we grow, hopefully there's people out there that want to hop on.
Is that the biggest challenge? Biggest challenge is finding the...
It is now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, at this moment in time.
It is now. I mean, right now we're not... Our biggest problem is bussers, because they're all seniors in high school, and they're all athletes, and whether they're cheerleaders, athletic cheerleaders, which is a sport, because my daughter was one.
Yep.
So I'm gonna, if she ever listens to her dad talk, I just wanted to.
Why didn't you clarify, Dad? Yeah.
But bussers are hard to find because they, sometimes. Is it really weird? They got other things to do.
Sure.
It's weird that I'm worried about bussers.
Yeah.
We have a great wait staff that want to grow with us. Cooks want to grow with us. So that's my big bugaboo right now.
Awesome. Yeah.
If that's my worst problem, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to long-winded answer on where we're going.
It's perfect, man. It was perfect. I was hoping I would hope it would go further, but yeah.
Do you? Do you really?
Perfect time. It was perfect timing, Jeff. But like I said, thanks for having us, man. So where can people find you? I mean, if people wanted to do catering, find your locations, that's all through your website?
Yeah, through our website. You can email me at jeff@ilboscopizza.com.
Okay.
Go through our Instagram, which is Il Bosco, ILBOSCO AZ.
Okay.
Il Bosco AZ through our Instagram. DM me there, if that's what it's called.
It is.
Message
I think
me.
they still call it that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say ping me, but that's I'm old.
I would say I am me, so I'm a little bit younger, but not much better, right?
Yeah. Facebook is Il Bosco Pizza, but
cool.
There's multiple different ways to get a hold of me, but honestly, we're there for our community, and we're looking forward to it. We're having the Arts Advisory Council coming up.
Wow.
And there's gonna be 30 artists here on the council. I didn't even know about that existed.
Wow.
Getting to know this gentleman named Stone, who's the head of it. They're going to be hosting. We're going to host their council here in December.
Okay.
Nice. We're just reaching out and being part of the fabric down here, as we do in Scottsdale.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited about what the feet that we're going one in front of the other, touching our community, and that's what we're trying to accomplish.
Awesome.
So anyway, thank you guys for coming down. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, the pleasure was ours, and the bread was delicious
It was
as well.
fantastic. Yeah, I finished that thing. So,
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.